on an incredibly strict schedule because I have to go literally directly to the airport to fly to, of all places, Melbourne, Florida. I don't know why. I agree that it's going to be a gigantic waste of my time, but I cannot fix it. So, this is the scene where Ben and Q meet Radar's girlfriend pretty much for the first time, even though they've been going to school forever. Oh, and Ben's upset because no one wants to go to prom with him. Oh yeah, and he's ready for high school to be over so he can become this person who he thinks he is supposed to be. Alright, the walls of sound felt like they were, can you hear me in the back? Alright, the walls of sound felt like they were closing in on us, and we were silent for a while. And then Ben looked at me very seriously and said, I'm going to get so much play in college. I'm going to be in the Guinness Book of World Records under the category Most Honey Bunnies Ever Pleased. I laughed. I was thinking about how Radar's parents actually were in the Guinness Book of World Records when I noticed a pretty African-American girl with spiky little dreads standing above us. It took me a moment to realize that the girl was Angela, Radar's, I guess, girlfriend. Hi, she said to me. Hey, I said. I'd had classes with Angela, and I knew her a little, but we didn't say hello in the hallway or anything. I motioned for her to sit. She scooted a chair to the head of the table. I figured that you guys probably know Marcus better than anyone, she said, using Radar's real name. She leaned toward us, her elbows on the table. It's a crap job, but someone's got to do it, Ben answered, smiling. Reminder, I will be editing as I go because of Kelsey's sensitive ears. Do you think he's, embarrassed of me? Ben laughed. What? No, he said. Technically, I added, you should be embarrassed of him. She rolled her eyes, smiling, a girl accustomed to compliments. But he's never, invited me to hang out with you, though. Oh, I said. That's because he's embarrassed of us. She laughed. You seem pretty normal. You've never seen Ben snort Sprite up his nose and then spit it out of his mouth, I said. But really, you wouldn't worry? I mean, we've been dating for 5 weeks and he's never even taken me to his house. Ben and I exchanged a knowing glance and I scrunched up my face to suppress laughter. What? She asked. Nothing, I said. Honestly, Angela, if he was forcing you to hang out with us and taking you to his house all the time, then it would definitely mean he did not like you. Are his parents weird? I struggled with how to answer that question honestly. No, they're cool. They're just kind of overprotective, I guess. Yeah, overprotective, Ben added a little too quickly. She smiled and then got up, saying she had to go say hi to someone before lunch was over. Ben waited until she was gone to say anything. That girl is awesome, Ben said. I know, I answered. I wonder if we could replace Radar with her. She's probably not that good at computers, though. We need someone who's good at computers. By the way, nice call saying that Radar's folks are overprotective. Well, it's not my place to tell her. I wonder how long till she gets to see the Team Radar residence and museum. Ben smiled. That's okay, don't tell her to be quiet, Todd. That's the best part of the show. The period was almost over, so Ben and I got up and put our trays onto the conveyor belt, the very same one that Chuck Parson had thrown me onto freshman year, sending me into the terrifying netherworld of Winter Park's dishwashing core. We walked over to Radar's locker and were standing there when he raced up just after the first bell. We just dined with Angela, I said. Ben smirked at Radar and said, yeah, she wants to know why she's never been over to your house. Radar exhaled a long breath as he spun the combination to open his locker. He breathed for so long I thought he might pass out. Crap, he said finally. Are you embarrassed about something? I asked. Shut up, he answered, poking his elbow into my gut. You live in a lovely home, I said. Seriously, bro, added Ben. She's a really nice girl. I don't see why you can't introduce her to your parents and show her cast of Radar. Radar threw his books into his locker and shut it. The din of conversation around us quieted just a bit as he turned his eyes toward the heavens and shouted, "It is not my fault that my parents own the world's largest collection of black Santas." I'd heard Radar say the world's largest collection of black Santas probably 1,000 times in my life, and it never became any less funny. But he wasn't kidding. I remember the first time I visited. I was maybe 13. It was spring, many months past Christmas, and yet black Santas lined the windowsills. Paper cutouts of black Santas hung from the stairway banister. Black Santa candles adorned the dining room table. A black Santa oil painting hung above the mantel, which was itself lined with black Santa figurines. The light-up plastic black Santa that stood in their postage stamp front yard from Thanksgiving to New Year's spent the rest of the year proudly keeping watch in the corner of the guest bathroom, a bathroom with homemade black Santa wallpaper created with paint and a Santa-shaped sponge. In every room but Radar's, their home was awash in black Santadom, plaster and plastic and marble and clay and wood and resin and cloth. In total, Radar's parents owned more than 1,200 black Santas, as a plaque beside their front door proclaimed, Radar's house was an officially registered Santa landmark, according to the Society for Christmas. You just gotta tell her, man, I said. You just gotta say, Angela, I really like you, but there's something you need to know. When we go to my house to hook up, we will be watched by the 2,400 eyes and 1,200 black Santas. Radar ran a hand through his buzz cut and shook his head. Yeah, I don't think I'll put it exactly like that, but I'll deal with it. I think that's what I'm going to read. Thank you for watching us on the internet, but most of all, thank you for reading, and not only for reading, but reading thoughtfully and critically, and with depth, and for kind of single-handedly restoring my faith in both the internet and what is so often called the youth of America. So, thank you guys so much. Thanks for being awesome.